going on, everybody? Live Farmer 73 here, and I'm coming to a conclusion that a lot of people keep asking me about, and I tell them one way or the other, but I've never showed them how I handled it. I'm going to be taking this whole branch off of this fig tree, and I'm going to answer these questions. One, yes, you can do this with just about any tree. I get asked that question 1,000 times. I mean, you have no idea how many times people ask me that question. Can you do a chili dog air layer off of any tree? I'm gonna say yes. Hey, Happy Mac, how you doing this morning? I'm gonna say yes. Okay, I've done it on nut trees. Hey, Sam Whittle, Sabrina, Nomadic, Precious SoCal Gardener, how y'all doing today? We got a storm coming in, and I do wanna. Hey, C. Francis, Jeff Brown, I want to talk about that too as well, but right now I need to get this done. I'm going to take, let me back this thing up a little bit, because I want to show you exactly how big this tree is. Okay, and there's branches on here you can see going up against my house, touching my house. Here's a branch here. Let me show you. Here's a branch here ready to rub up against my house. What's going to happen is next season, this one is going to be trying to shoot through the window, because this is growing at a rate of 2.5 feet per season. So when this start the new growth again, one more time in the fall, it's going to flush out. It's going to be going through my window. I'm going to take just this piece off, just that branch. I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to leave this going straight up. Now I'm going to show you another one. It's one deep down in here. Deep down in here. This one right here. Can y'all see that? This whole branch is coming out up here in the middle. And I'm going to show you one of my favorites. What I'm going to start on is this entire branch here. Now, I'm going to answer another question. It's a reason why I'm doing this with y'all, because I want to answer some questions for you. Here's a question right here that everybody asks me. Say, Led, when I do the chili dog air layer method, is it a good idea to leave the fruit on? Should I leave the fruit on, or and that way when I have the tree and pull the tree off, the fruit is going to start growing? Take the fruit off. I'm trying to get these out of the way in the first beginning of this video. Take all of the fruit off. You're going to think, well, I want the fruit. You got to sacrifice something, because that tree is going to put more energy in trying to ripen that fruit, that it will never fully ripen. And if it does fully ripen, it's going to taste like crap. All right? So just take the fruit off. If you see this branch is fruiting already, what's going to happen is that means it's going to fruit. Soon as the roots grow, it's going to fruit again. Don't be impatient. Trust me on this. If you leave the fruit on, the roots won't grow right. You're going to have a terrible time. And those are the same folks that say, Led, I did the chili dog method, but I only see one little baby root. And then I tell them to email me a picture. And then they'll have a branch with a ton of peaches, apples, plums, pears, whatever on it. So take that fruit off. That's why the roots won't grow. Because the tree is, listen, a tree is just like a human being. The tree wants to sacrifice itself so the fruit can survive. The fruit is its children. So, hey, can you do me a favor? For one, that ain't what we here to talk about, okay? My friend. And two, y'all, stop that all cap stuff. I don't understand that. I never have. Stop that. I don't want to talk about politics, okay? to stop that. I don't care who you voting for. I just don't want to talk about that. We're here to talk about this today, okay? Um, so the fruit is that's the tree's baby. Just like you will shield your children from getting hurt, right? Well, that's what this is doing. It will stop trying to grow roots at all. It'll stop trying to grow roots and just focus on, stop trying to grow roots and just focus on the fruit itself. Okay? Take the fruit off. So I'm not going to focus on that right now. Here's a piece of fruit here, right? I'm going to do this whole branch. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to just be clipping those off. See, they ain't ready yet. They ain't ripened. I'm just going to put those in the trash. I'm going to take all of the fruit off of this branch. Okay? All of it. I don't want any of it. And I'm going to lose a lot of fruit on this branch. But I have to sacrifice. This is why I'm doing this. This, let me show you something first. I can show you better than I can tell you. This is some of the fruit off of this tree. Me and Lady Led, we have determined out of all the fig trees we have, out of I have the Black Mission fig, I have the Corky lemon fig, I have the LSU gold, the LSU purple. The only king I think I don't have is a Desert King, which I'm still looking for. You see that? This is the best fig I have ever tasted. This is the Chicago Hardy fig. And it literally tastes like cherries. Some days it tastes like cherries. Some days it tastes like strawberries. Some days it tastes like deep, dark blackberries. Every day it's a rich berry flavor in there. And to well, we ain't gonna get into that right now. So I've been eating these every day. This flavor is so intense. It's so intense. I can't even describe that. I can't describe that flavor. But it's undeniable cherry, strawberry. Oh my God. I just took these off this morning. Okay? So here's my plans. I'm going to take this branch off and I'm going to take this to my land. I'm going to take off. I'm going to turn this branch, not today, but I'm going to turn these two pieces I'm taking off into 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to turn two air layers into 5 whole different trees. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to take 2 of them and I'm going to plant them here at Easley Island. This is the only fig I want on this land besides the LSU Gold. And I'm going to take the other 3 to Freedom Acres and plant them in several different places on the land. It's hard to find these fig trees right now, and the worst part of it all, they're expensive as all get out. So do me a favor. If you are doing this, this is what you need to do. If you're growing fruit trees, you need to be trying to duplicate and multiply your fruit trees just like this right now. Okay? So I'm gonna go all the way old school. I'm gonna show y'all everything I'm doing. All you're gonna need is a Ziploc bag. I've been doing this for years. Okay? A Ziploc bag, you put your potting soil in it, wet your potting soil, and then drain it out. I've seen several people literally say they invented this on YouTube. They literally, it came out of their mouth. It never fails, man. We get something good and they steal it. This is just potting soil. So see how wet that is? It never fails me. Open it a little bit and just drain the water out. Let me put this on a way you can see it good. And all I'm gonna do is drain that water out. That's why when people be asking them questions on how to do it, they don't know how to answer it. We invent something, create something, they steal it. Every time. Every time. All right, can we have anything, please? There's a lot of water in here. You want to squeeze that tight because it don't need to be soaked. See that? You want it to feel like, kind of like cookie dough. Bring that around like that. Watch this. Look how much water come out. Get all that water out. You want this to be like cookie dough. You don't want this sloshing around. I've seen people do this and leave all that water in there and they wonder why their stuff didn't take. That's because it rotted out. You want to get all that liquid out. Okay. See that? See that? You want that like cookie dough. You want it like cookie dough. You don't want it sloshing around wet like that. Chicago Hardy Fig. And this today is not really a whole entertaining type of situation. This is just me doing this live. So we are chili dog. It's called the chili dog air layer. Chili dog air layer. It is, to me, 100% reliable if you do it right. See that? So I got my first bag ready. Normally I would have this already ready, but I wanted to show everybody everything. Since there's so many people out there trying to cop my flow. I ain't talking about the people that's using it. I'm talking about the people that's out there saying they invented it. It's driving me nuts. It's like, damn. First the cotton gin. Okay. So I'm gonna show you what all you're gonna need. You're gonna need some aluminum foil. I use rooting hormone. You can use whatever you want. Some people stuff fail because they keep saying they use this, they use that, they use this. I use sparrow wing feathers off of a bird in it. I don't care. You can use whatever you want. I use rooting hormone. In the past, I have used honey. Yes, it works, but it does not work as good as this. I don't have time to be playing around. I know what works. You can get a knife of any kind. It's no special knife. People think they need a grafting knife to do this. You don't. It could be a razor blade. And just to prove my point, I'm literally gonna use my own knife. Okay, you need rooting hormone. Get you about 2 zip ties. You might need 4. Just have you 4 zip ties on hand. And that's it. And I'm gonna just get started, okay? You literally need, just say 4 zip ties, 1 sandwich bag, fill the sandwich bag up halfway full, 1 gallon bag with potting soil. Soak it, strain it hard. You want it to feel like cookie dough. And then we're gonna get to work. I'm about to show you right now. And you wanna know why people keep saying, why don't you use honey? When I used to use honey, I would have a ant problem. Everything in the world started smelling that honey and was trying to tear at my chili dog bag to try to get to the graft. They was trying to get to the honey and they was ruining my work. So I'm gonna switch this around and we're gonna just get started, okay? Let me see. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna remove, it's gonna be hard for y'all to see a little bit because I'm gonna be right here, but I'm gonna zoom in the best I can for you, okay? I can kind of see the screen, so if you have any questions pertaining to what we're doing right here, I'm actually gonna take this off, and that's gonna be a cutting. I'm gonna take this cutting of this little guy right here, watch this. This little guy. I'm gonna just cut that one off all together. You ain't gonna need no leave. Leave a little out, see that? I'm gonna take this whole thing and I'm gonna go in the house and plant that as a cutting. Okay. Y'all ready? Any questions so far? Okay, I've had this tree now, look at that, it's starting to tighten up on that thing. I've had this tree now since 2019, and it just started growing. It just skyrocketed. So what I'm gonna do here, y'all, look, watch me. Make it easy on yourself. Have that blade pointed at you like that, we gonna cut. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. It ain't letting me zoom. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna zoom in like I always do so y'all can see everything I do. Okay. I'm gonna cut here, and I'm just gonna bring that all the way around. It does not have to be perfect. I'm gonna show you what has to be perfect. This does not. Bring that all the way around, just like that. Make it touch itself. Same thing here. I like to go about 1.5 to 2 inches around up. See that? Up to my knuckle, from my pinky to my knuckle. That's as far as I want it to go. I've seen people try to do it and they go up too far. You don't have to do that. All we're trying to do is establish a root base. The root base will not come down here. The root base will start here and up here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just cut from the top ring that we did down to the bottom. Now you can pry that right up. When the sap is flowing in the spring and the summer, that whole bark comes off. Any questions so far? How long do you let your soil soak? You just getting your soil wet. So now you see it's cut. We're down to the cambium layer. You can't hardly tell. The cambium layer is in here and it's green, but some of that fine cambium layer is still running up and down that. So we want to scrape this to the actual wood. You see this? See that soft tissue? This soft tissue is still cambium layer. If you leave that on there, it will not take because it's still running nutrients from the top to the bottom, from one side to the other. What you're trying to do is blow up the bridge, okay? We're blowing up the bridge by scraping this completely to the wood, basically whittling it, okay? This is just a regular old buck knife, just so you know you don't need nothing special. You want to scrape this all the way around. Make sure the whole thing is scraped. You can't leave any. I've done this quite a few times over the years, so I know just about the feeling of when it's done. There's nothing wrong if you start carving a little. Yes, you can carve a little like this. Look, It's not gonna hurt it. That's actually kind of what you want to do. You want that dry as a bone. The whole thing. You're cutting off its nutrient supply. So what we're going to be doing with the chili dog bag is giving it another source of nutrients so it can start rooting. Okay, that's clean as a whistle. It does not have to be perfect. Any questions so far? Okay. From here, I got my rooting hormone. I got a little paintbrush that used to belong to one of my kids. Come here. Why is you sitting in the sun? Come here. Hold on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry about that, y'all. My puppy, she's so spoiled that she ain't got regular sense sometimes. She'll sit out in the sun and boil. So anyway, you take your rooting hormone like that, and I got a little paintbrush that belonged to my wife or one of my kids or something. And all I'm gonna do is just put that rooting hormone, make sure you really get it up here, because the root's coming from up here, not down here. Don't waste your rooting hormone on this wood. Don't do it. Remember, we're concentrating up here. All of this is a waste. Don't put it down here. So don't waste your rooting hormone. I'm still using the same rooting hormone I've been using for years, because you don't need to put that much on there. Now, even if you want to get real funky with it, you can do this. Cut a little bit off right there. Cut a little bit off right there if you want to do it. That just helps the rooting that much better. Okay? Now, this is where it's going to get real smooth. Let me back y'all up. Any questions so far? Any questions so far, y'all? I'm going to show you why we call it the chili dog. Why I call it the chili dog. Okay. You see the bag of soil. You're going to roll that bag of soil tight, tight. Pull it. Matter of fact, open it so it don't get no air bubbles. You're going to pull it tight. You're going to roll this like a blunt. Somebody going to say, I don't know how to roll it, Led. Yes, you do. Stop lying to us. Question, should the tree be a certain height? No. Long as you know it can hold its own, and it's go with wooded bark. That helps, but in some circumstances it don't matter. Like I'm about to do an avocado in the back. See that? I know a lot of y'all know what that. Okay? Tighten that back up. Now this is why I call it the chili dog. The people that keep claiming that they created this can't even tell you why it's called the chili dog method. I'm gonna tell you why. because I created this. You know, I love when I see people using it, but I can't stand when I see somebody say they created this. That's some bullshit. Everybody know, if you've been with me all the way since 2016, you know that's some bull. This is why it's called the chili dog method. Because once I roll it like this, I cut the bag. Remember, here's the fold. You go behind that fold. This is why. Because I made a chili dog bun. It turned it into a hot dog bun. Now watch this. You see that? This is why I call it the chili dog. They can't tell you that. Hey, New Orleans Gardener. New Orleans Gardener, no, I've been doing this since 2016. She'll tell you. So, this right here. See that? Now, New Orleans Gardener, no, I've been doing this forever. Tino, I'll holler at you about some madness that I'm talking about right now. This looks like a hot dog bun, don't it? The soil looks like chili. And now I'm about to put the hot dog right in the middle. That's why I call it the chili dog. So before that, get your zip ties ready. Okay. I'm going to put 2 together. That's why I said use 4. Get you at least 4. You can use string. I used to use string. You can do that if you want to. This is just simpler. Okay. I just zip those, put those together like that. Just like that. You got 2 zip ties together. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. Y'all ready? Okay. Country Dreaming in the house. What's up? My man. Okay, right there. We're going to zoom back on it a little bit, but I want you to see the whole thing. We take that chili dog, see that? And we're going to put the hot dog right in the middle of the chili. Watch this. We're going to pinch it together like that. Now bring that flap back around. That's going to cover the whole damn thing. See that? Just like that. There we go. Now I'm going to bring that zip tie around. Tighten it up. Just like this. Tighten it tight. You want it tight so the wind, the people that trying to steal my game, they don't even know why you tie it tight. You do this so the wind doesn't bother it. You do this so when the squirrels run up and down the trees, they don't shift it. Because if you shift it, you break the roots. That goes for the string too. Now you put another zip tie on around the bottom. That's going to totally seal this in place. Just like this. Now I'm going to tighten that thing. Tight. You see the liquid running out, right? You don't want it sopping with wet. Just like that. You see that? That ain't turning. That ain't moving. That's what you want. Now, you can snip these if you want to. I'm going to do this for purposes, but usually I just wrap them around and use them again. I'm making it easy for you. Now, all you have to do now, family, is take your aluminum foil and wrap that thing around like this. What you're doing is you're trying to make the tree think that it's underground making roots. I use foil, and the reason I like to use foil because it sticks, and you can come and check it and open it up and check it all you want to, and come back later and just put it right back on if you want to. I want the whole thing covered. Don't go get no expensive foil for this. Go get some old dollar store foil. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret about this. I'm gonna tell you why some folks theirs won't work. and it's done. That is literally finished right there. That is the chili dog. Look like you just got that off of a food truck, don't it? I call it the chili dog method because it totally looks just like you just put a hot dog in some chili on a bun and then you wrap it with foil just like you getting it off a food truck. Okay, because I've been seeing people asking them folks saying that they created, invented, patent, certified my game, and they can't answer none of those questions. I just showed you. So all I'm gonna do now is quickly just remove all the fruit. See all this fruit? Just snap them off, throw them away. Snap them off, throw them away. You don't want no fruit left. Yes, it's gonna hurt your feelings. I'm keeping that one. You don't want any fruit, any. Y'all gonna ask me right now, Led, does it matter how big the branch is? No. It could be a whole tree if you got enough supplies. It could be literally big around as me. I'm removing all of the fruit. All of this good fruit gotta go. That's because I'm sacrificing, because I know what this tree, look, right now, I just sacrificed, just say, so far, 20, maybe 30 fruit. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me 2 thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me 2 thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for that. My call wasn't dropped. Okay. All right. I'm glad. Thanks for the confirmation. So here's the deal. If you get rid of and throw away 30, 40, 50 fruit right now. Now I've been eating off this tree all season, okay? You throw away 30, 40, 50 fruit. Whoopity-doo. Once I'm done, look how big this branch is we just did. Look, I want you to see this. All the way down to the chili dog. This is a whole tree, okay? This is the whole tree. So when I clip it off and go plant it in a container or put it in the ground, it's gonna give me thousands of fruit every year, every single year. And it will not be competing with the rest of the tree, okay? So this is it. I'm done. I'm done. I pulled all the fruit off. I have a cutting that I'm about to go in the house and plant. And we done. So I'm gonna do this a few more times, but I'm gonna do that in my private time. I wanted to show y'all this because things was getting a little weird. So with that being said, do I have any questions whatsoever? Let me see. Okay, I'm more clear. Depending on the tree, sounds like this could be done during summer months only. No, it's not. again, depending on where you live, all of that is a factor. Okay, I need some common sense. Wherever you live, if this ain't the season for you, don't do it. If you living in, Canada, Ohio, maybe this ain't the time. You do it in the spring and you do it in the summer. You can even pull it off in the fall, the early fall, if you want to. It's doable. It's tricky, but you can still pull it off in the early fall. Okay. Any questions whatsoever? Because after this, I'm gonna make an announcement. Soil Sister question: when's the latest you can do it? Like I said, it depends on your area. I wouldn't do it no further than early fall, because sometimes it'll take a week, sometimes it'll take 3 weeks. Any type of trees, yes. Terry, yes. Can you plant it in the pot? You can plant it wherever you want once you get it out. Figs love containers. Can you show the planting of your cutting? I have a whole playlist of air layering and grafting. Go to my air layering grafting playlist, and you're literally going to see me not just do what I just showed you. You're going to see the progress. You're going to see me plant it, and then you're going to also see those are the trees that's still in my yard right now that I always show y'all when we live. How long does it usually take the roots? It depends. Everything depends. If you take all the fruit off, depending on the weather, all of that depends. If you did it right, everything depends. I used to say anywhere from just say 3 weeks to 30 days, 30 days-ish, but sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. I've had a bag full of roots in 2 weeks on certain trees. And certain trees, it took months. Say, what is the name of the online store you can buy trees from? Can't remember. I don't know which one you're talking about. It's tons of them. Michelle, can you do this to all fruit trees? Pretty much, yes. What's your name? Witcher Works says, what is the best way to get in touch with you? Are you in the South? What do you need? It depends. Email me. Fresh and Fire says, thanks for the tips. That helps. I'm going forward with those apples. Do it. It's trees all in my yard just from that. Is this the You can do it with your grapevine, but you don't need it. My email is leahfarmer73@yahoo.com. You don't need to do that with a grapevine. Don't waste your time. If you have a grapevine, clip your grapevine. Clip your grapevine like I did this, right? Take all the leaves off. Just like this, it don't matter when. You can do it in the summer, winter, spring, fall, don't matter. Take all the fruit off. Look at that. Get rid of that. This is your enemy right here, the fruit, believe it or not. Take all of them leaves off. Useless. Those leaves drain the energy too. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm telling you what I've been doing for years. What I've been doing for years. This is no set way to do this. You take that grapevine and you stick it in a cup full of soil or medium, whatever you want, pure light or whatever, and it will grow roots. You can even, if you want to, shave it a little like this. See that? That's just going to help it grow. The roots are going to grow right there, coming out of that cambium layer right there. Just like that. Now, I like to put at least 2 or 3 nodes under the soil. See, 1, 2, 3. I like to put those under the soil because that's where the roots will start too. You can even see certain places where it's ready to root. See those little stretch marks? That's where all of that, that's where those roots are going to come from. Okay? Let me see. I had some more questions. Let me answer them. Question. I'm new to the hot dog process. What is the hot dog process? But will the soil get dried out watering? Okay, it's called the chili dog method. Okay, number one. Number two, that's the secret. That's where a lot of folks mess up, because I'm gonna tell you what they do. They wrap they wrap the chili dog bag with a black trash bag or something dark. Don't do that. Black attracts heat. Black absorbs heat. And what it's going to do is cook that chili dog. It's going to cook that branch. It's going to make it where it can't grow any roots. And everybody that I see, well, a lot of people that I've seen on the videos that try, they wrapped it with some black plastic or something. And that heat, that intense heat, just makes it so it doesn't work. It doesn't work, or it doesn't work well. That's why I use the foil, because the foil sends the radiation, the light and the radiation away, but it still keep it dark inside. If you put something dark on there, think about this. Every time you go and you see people that purchase something off of um, the internet or something, it's always black, like one of those balls or something is black. And they also tell you every blue moon you have to come back and water it. Every blue moon you have to come back and water it. You don't have to do that with this. If you do it exactly like I said, do it exactly to the T. All you got to do is wait to see roots in that bag. Don't come back and water it. Don't go back and water it, no matter what. I have never, ever, 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 and everybody knows since 2016 I've been doing this on YouTube. Since 2016, nobody has ever heard or seen me water them, because I don't. I have never done it. It's unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary, because that bag and that foil literally locks in that moisture and humidity. There's nothing you need to do. Okay. Yes, Fresh and Fire said, yo, figs are eager to root if you do it right. So figs is one of the easiest things to root. The cuttings, you see I got that just sitting back there. I'm literally going to go in the house and stick that in some potting soil, and I'm going to walk away. I'm going to water it and walk away. How do you know when it's ready? That's the other secret of putting the foil on, because I can take that foil off, look in and be nosy, and see the roots through the bag. Sometimes the roots bust out of the bag. And then if I don't see signs of any roots whatsoever, I just put the foil back on, walk away. No watering. That's right, New Orleans Gardener. No water. New Orleans Gardener been doing it on her channel forever. Tell her we've been at this, right, Tino? This is it's a it's a literally do and walk away method. This is not one of those. I'm telling you, it's not a do or die. Like people be like, oh, you got to co-check on it, you got to water it, and some people say put some fertilizer in it. This is literally none of the above. None. Everything you saw me do in just those few minutes, that's it. And hell, I took a phone call on y'all and still was done. I said, checked under the foil and I have ants and dirt. Does that matter? Nope. The ants don't do nothing to the roots. I have ants under each and every one I do. The ants are under there for one, from protection from the rain and the weather. And what they're doing is incubating their eggs under there. And two, that's really all they doing. That's helping heat up their eggs, incubate their eggs. They don't bother the root system. Even if they get inside the bag, they don't bother the root system at all. The only thing I say you have to worry about is if they red fire ants or not. You know, you might want to watch stuff. Hey, Hoodstead Farms. That's it. If they're red ants, be careful. Other than that, nah. I get ants under each and every last one of them. Let me see. I had another question in here too. Right. Oh, Odom's homestead. Odom, my brother, what's going on? Said I had to keep watering those black air layer balls. Listen, somebody in my family gifted me some of those air layer balls years ago. I never used them. I tried to use. I'm sorry. I didn't use them for years. Then I tried to use them just on the whim to see how they worked. Trash. I've never got nothing out of them. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for that. Country dreaming. When you know what you're doing, sometimes it ruins someone else's opportunity to complicate and simply simplify the process. Keep teaching, man. Amen. Amen. Because there's folks out there. Listen, I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up. I watched this one guy. Half-ass do this. Now, he said his success rate is almost 100%. He's right. But when he was getting them pats on the back when people was asking him questions and he couldn't answer them and stuff, because he know he watched over here at this channel and watched me do it and didn't say nothing, I kind of got a little touched, because I was like, man, I trust you, man. That's why everybody be on this cat nuts, and I just be like, this why. Everybody will be like, hey, you heard about what's his name channel? And I'll be like, delete. It is what it is. It's YouTube. It's not that I'm shocked, because I wasn't shocked. I just shook my head like, YouTube. Anyway, appreciate you for saying. Keep telling you you are changing lives. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Analytic Gardener. Is there a difference of the outcome with the chili dog method versus sticking a cutting in a bucket? Yes. Here's the mama's closet. If you stick a cutting, country dreaming, Odom, if you stick a cutting in a bucket, your chances of survival with that cutting in a bucket, I'm not going to say it's slim, because it's not. This is guaranteed. That's all I'm saying. I have never had because I don't want to lie, I have never had a chili dog method air layer fail without something catastrophic. Something catastrophic happened to make it not work, like a tree fell or a deer came and rubbed his antlers on it. If that happened, I don't count those. But me, never. I've never had anything that I've done wrong and it did not work. Ever. Go back and look at my work. Go look at my air layer and my air layer and grafting playlist. Go Layer Farmer air layer grafting playlist right here on my channel, and you will see for yourself. I've been doing this for years. And I can even say this, I will give props to, because I didn't used to air layer a long time ago. I didn't do it. I could never do it. I could never pull it off. And then one of my friends here, his name is King from Grow Family Network, he was like, Led, you can do everything else. You mean to tell me you're going to let air layering stop you? And I told him, man, I can't do it, because he could do it. I said, man, I can't do it. And I looked at all of these different crazy methods of how to do it, and all these people using cups, they using pieces of plastic, they using water bottles, and I was like, man, none of that works for me. And I thought about it. If I can contain the plastic, seems to work. But if I can contain the soil without juggling the soil, the bag, the string, sandwich bag, right? So I said, I'm gonna fill the bag up with soil, and then it went from there. I'm gonna figure out how to get that branch on it. Oh, just cut the damn bag, stick it on the branch, cover the flap with it, and now just tie it up. Done. I made that method up years ago. I came up with that method to make it easier, to make it foolproof, and it been working for now almost 10 years. Hey, Katina Brooks, how you doing this morning? Yes, New Orleans Gardener, the one, I'ma tell you, I knew it though, but that's why I ain't been rocking with that cat, man, since the beginning. I knew it back in the day. I seen him do something else crazy. You know what? I I don't even care if you ain't shouting me out. Listen, I didn't put this on the internet to get rich. I didn't put this on the internet to get patted on the back. If that was the case, I would have just patented the damn idea. I'm not a fool, right? I would have just patented it and sold it and made $1 million and just walked away. No. My thing is, don't say you created it though. That's my only thing. That's it. That's all. I don't care who use it. I don't care who do it. I don't care. Look, it's literally thousands of y'all, thousands of you doing it. I don't care. But when somebody come out and say, this is my method I created, I'm like, you gonna get kicked dead in the nuts. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. One thing you can't say about this method, you can't say, oh, people been doing that for hundreds of years. Not on this one. Not this one. No, they have not. Not this at all. Oh, they've been doing that for 50 years. They ain't had sandwich bags 50 years ago. Shut up. I ain't going for that. I did that on a whim. And my thing is, I don't care who uses it. I love it. Matter of fact, I'm trying to spread the knowledge. But don't claim it. You know what? Traffic light, cotton gin. You know what I'm saying? We could go on. And it never stops. You see something, they see something good, they steal it. I'm like, man, damn. Y'all got everything. Can we have a little credit? Give us a little. Come on, can we get the crumbs? I'm trying to, that was my frosted mini rant for the day. I told Lady Lyd no ranting today. I said after the couple videos I did ranting, because I gave a full-fledged ranch dressing, I said I'm not going to do no more full-fledged. I'm going to just do mini frosted mini rants. Okay? But yeah, people say, I love your rants. I know, but they gets me in trouble. They really do get me in trouble. But you understand what I'm saying. It's like, wow, man. Let me see. I was walking in my neighborhood and saw someone's tree, and it looked like it had a chili dog method. I got so excited I wanted to knock on the door and ask them where they got the idea. You know what? Again, I don't mind. I don't mind. Use it. I want you to use it. Listen, I'm not gonna kid you. I want every single American, no, I want everybody around the entire world to do it. Because it makes it so easy. What I don't want is to somebody to say they created something that they clearly did not, and I can prove it. That's my only problem. I don't care who uses it. Matter of fact, I love it. I'm not one of those content creators be like, they stealing my style, they stealing my method. That's not me. Because the things that I don't want you to see, because you could steal, I have patented. I'm making money off of certain things because I didn't put it on the internet. Only a fool does that. That's not my problem. My problem is stop saying you created that. That's like me all of a sudden say I created Monopoly, the game Monopoly. Think about that. If I right now just said, you know I invented the game Monopoly, the board game, and Atari 2600. How many people would be like, man, you lying your ass off? That's what I'm talking about. That's how obvious it is. Like, come on, cut the stuff, man. You should be shaming yourself. Like, you know, just as many people see me as they see you across the world. And you know, they've been watching me do this for 10 years. That's the part, you stole something, you didn't do your research. You need to go and do your research and go back in my archives and look how long I've been at this before you keep talking about something you created something about a week ago. What's the name song? This is America. Okay, this is America, man. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I got one last announcement to make. I'm going to hurry up and get started on this tree. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get started on the rest of this tree before this storm comes. Look at this. This is for the people that just came in. This is why I'm trying to duplicate. I'm trying to duplicate this tree. Do you see that? What color is that, everybody? What color is that? What color? That don't even make it look good. Let me put it up against my skin. What color is that? Say what color that is. What does that look like? If I told you, that's right, it's deep, deep red, and the more it gets, the more ripe it gets, it turns almost purple inside. Y'all know as well as I knew how many gardeners I got in the house. Y'all know the deeper a color is, the more antioxidants it has, the more nutritious it is, the healthier it is. This lighter red right here turns almost a dark purple. It turns the same color as the outside. And it tastes as delicious, if not more so than it looks. Look at this. It tastes like cherries. I always keep going back and forth from strawberry to cherry, strawberry to cherry. It tastes like cherries without the seed. It tastes like cherries without the pit. It's like a cherry jam. It's like cherry jelly. Cherry jelly, that's what that tastes like. I could do this all day. This now is my all-time favorite fig. LSU Gold started this gangster stuff, but this, look at that. And for the people that's asking, does it taste like a fig Newton? I don't know what's in a fig Newton. It ain't figs though. I don't know what's inside of a fig Newton, but it's not figs. Oh my goodness. This is why I'm duplicating this 5 times over. If I could eat that, if I could eat figs every day like that, I wouldn't eat junk food. If you eat stuff like this, you wouldn't be hankering for no strawberry, no candy bars, no cookies, no chips. When you got that sweet tooth, this is that thing to hit them. Okay, with that being said, I got one more thing to show you guys, okay? Homestead Heart in the house. What's up, my sister? What's going on? So, okay, let me show y'all something real quick. Homestead Heart in the house. Okay, how many people, and I've been getting these emails that I ain't been able to answer. How many people, Homestead Heart in the house, how many people have been emailing me constantly about them elderberry cuttings? How many people is ready for them elderberry cuttings? I'm about to literally show them to you live. Before I say this or show you, I'm gonna pull this whole stalk down. I'm gonna tell you, for all the people that's been wanting them elderberry cuttings, it's time. And when I tell you they beautiful, watch this. I'm gonna try to grab this branch. I'm gonna pull this whole branch down. Now get ready. You see that up there? Watch this. Let me see if y'all can see them. Ooh, look at them girls. Them elderberries ready, y'all. You could be growing these too. If you don't know what elderberries are and what they do and what they're used for, I'm just going to say a number. They're ready. The cuttings are ready. All of this is my elderberry crop. Okay. So these my elderberries, my whole crop of elderberries. The cuttings are now on easilygrowngarden.com. They're for sale right now. I'm about to start cutting those down and getting those wrapped up, packaged up, and I'm going to be cutting and packing them as order. So they're going to be super fresh. The heat is going down so they can ship to you and everything. So the elderberries are ready for sale. Go to easilygrowngarden.com and they're for sale. And I'm going to put it in the description box below, and I'm going to put a description video or announcement in the description box, the community page. That's what that is. So get ready for that, okay? I got a lot of work to do. As y'all can see, I'm getting that garden back on point. You see that? I told y'all, between what I'm doing here and between what I'm doing on Freedom Acres, y'all have no idea how busy I am. The only people know how busy I am is the people that either talk to me every day or the people that's literally in my life. This is what I've been doing. I will never put Freedom Acres on here again, but that thing, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. But let me just show you one thing that I'm about to do another video on real quick. Show you this. Look at this. There you go. Jujubes. Jujube tree. Loaded. Draping. Draping with fruit. Draping with food. They're not quite ready. Almost. Once they start turning brown, like this one, see this? Oh, that one is. See how they start turning brown? A jujube tastes like a medjool date. Yeah, that's starting to get ready. They taste like medjool dates. When they're at this stage, they taste like a sweet apple. You got the sugar cane jujube, spitting. I have the Lee and the Lang. How'd you get so much fruit on the jujube? The birds hit me terrible. Don't nothing bother these. Nothing. And look, and I got deer walk past this every day. Look up here. That's ready right there. See that? That's ready. That's almost ready. See that? Starting to turn brown. There's some more up there I'm gonna get. When they at this stage, no, they ain't sold out. They ain't sold out. Just let me reboot it. I'm gonna go in there and reboot it. When they're at this stage, they taste like a caramel apple. They taste like a caramel apple at this stage. But when they turn all the way dark, they taste like a medjool date, a spongy medjool date. Another one. If you do not have a jujube, that one has seed. Let me tell you something about them. I'm gonna be selling the seeds to them. That thing loaded. So my pecans full of nuts, bananas full of bananas. Got the apples already. Got the loquats already. Raspberries. I ain't even been over here. Raspberries loaded. Let's get that. Don't tell Lady Led. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Don't tell Lady Led. Let me bring you up close. Because I thought y'all could see this before. Don't tell Lady Led. These her bushes. I gotta get that. Look at that. Thing is loaded. Here's another branch down here. Loaded, loaded. Look at them. I'ma save her some. This whole patch I should save for her. See all of these? It's not done yet. But I'm eating these babies. Oh, look, look. I'm reaching up high for elderberry. And look, I got them all the way down here to the ground. Look. I'm reaching up high and they right here. So that's it, you guys. I'm gonna finish off this tree. And then I'm gonna start getting ready for the weather. Did y'all see these good? Okay. Frankly, I'm trying to lose some of this meat off my backbone. This helps. When you got fresh, real, raw, unchemically treated fruits and vegetables in your garden. Everybody say you shouldn't be eating fruit. Now, I'm not a health guru, clearly. But I want to see how many health gurus, and I know T-Nog is one of them, the New Orleans gardener. She used to do it for a living. How many health nuts out there know good and well when they say you can't have fruits and you can't have vegetables and this and that? If you get this fresh, non-chemically treated, no chemicals whatsoever, organic out of your garden, eating your own fresh food, fruits, vegetables out of your garden, is not the same as you going to the store and getting them, because they inject them with so many different things, and they make the sugar content, they put chemicals in the ground to make the tree grow big, to make the fruit grow big, to make the sugar content higher, the bricks of the sugar higher. And you don't need an apple that literally tastes like a bag of freaking dynamo sugar. You don't need an apple to taste like that, but they formulate this stuff like that. But see, like these raspberries, they got a little bitter taste. Right, corn. You know, what for? This is the stuff your body is supposed to be taking in. Again, I'm not about to pretend I'm no health guru at all, because I'll be a liar. But every real health person that I know, my wife, she's a health nut. She eat out of this garden. And she'll quickly tell people you shouldn't be eating sugar, you shouldn't be eating this and that, but she eat the fruit off of our garden, off of our trees, because she know we don't treat them with anything, chemicals or otherwise. This is fresh, and it's not all that concentrated sugar. The only fruit that I know that the sugar is that concentrated on its natural own is a persimmon. Let me tell you two of the sweetest things on my land and here in my garden. My beehive, the honey, and persimmons. You show how you fertilize them? Yeah, I can show you right now. I want to see who just said that. Jacqueline, I'm going to say. How many people want to see how I fertilize all these fruit trees? Because nobody ever believes me. How many people want to see how I fertilize these fruit trees? Anybody? Okay. You ain't gonna want to do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, because nobody ever wants to do what I'm gonna show you, because nobody ever believes me. Nobody ever believes me. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give you a little glance over here. Wait a minute. I'm gonna show you the fertilizer. One of the pieces of the fertilizer I use. Hold on. Okay. Y'all ready for this crazy, exciting fertilizer? You ready? Guava. This is the coffee me and my wife didn't drink this morning. Guava. These are the coffee grounds. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like after you've been doing this for months. What I've been telling y'all for years and years and years. Let me turn it around. I've been telling y'all this for years. Nobody ever believes me. What do you see down here? Watch this. What do you see? Now, here's the fresh grounds that I put here and here, right? Spread them around the tree. Y'all can see that? What else do you see? What else do you see? What else do you see? What else do y'all see in there? Mountains of it. What do you see? You see bugs. You see worms. You see eggshell fragments. That's what you see. That's what's under all my trees. That's what's under all my trees. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me. But I've been doing it for years. See, it doesn't seem like you have enough at first until you do this every day. If you don't have coffee grounds, if you don't, I keep coffee grounds when I don't feel like coming outside. I keep them in a 5-gallon bucket. I pour the coffee out in the plants every day. If I feel like going outside, I put the whole doggone coffee ground thing, filter in the doggone plant. I just leave it there. And I leave it there. And then you get this. Then you get this, full of fruit. And everybody keep thinking, oh, I gotta get some miracle grow, and no, you gotta get some patience. You gotta get some patience. And sometimes you just gotta go out of your way. Making compost is, you gotta go out of your way to make compost. You do. It takes effort. It means you got to go outside. And I see people say, they got a compost pile, right? They say, Led, I got a compost pile, and I go turn it, or I got a composter, and I put the compost in the poster, and I turn it every week, or whatever. I don't do that. Either I put it in my chicken coop and let the chickens do it, or I just throw it under the damn tree. You know what else is in this compost? Leaves. I'm gonna show you something. You ain't gonna believe this either. My neighbors don't like it much, but they ain't paying my mortgage. Watch this. What do you see over there? What do you see? What do y'all see? Those are dried leaves from last year. Those are brown, dried leaves. Now look at the rest of my yard. But look over here where my fruit is growing. Look at the rest of the yard. Now watch over here. Look at the rest of my yard. But look over here where my trees is at. This is where my elderberries are. But look at the rest of the yard. Look around each tree. Look around each tree. Look around each tree. Look in there deep. I'm telling you. I know I ain't the best gardener in the world. Never claimed to be. Really didn't even want to be. But I'm not gardening. See, this is the difference between the difference of, am I gardening for you, or am I gardening for YouTube, or am I gardening for me? I don't care what people say. I don't care how many views my gardens get. I don't care how many views my land get. I don't care. Because I'm not feeding y'all. And for the people that's impatient and they jamming them chemicals in their body, they putting all them chemicals in the ground, you gonna put them chemicals in the ground. It's gonna grow that tree fast. It's gonna grow that fruit fast. You gonna eat that fruit, and that shit gonna be inside your body. And then years down the line, when you mess around, turn around, and find you got some sort of cancer, you're gonna be like, how could this be? Cancer doesn't run in my family at all. I'm the first one of everybody to have it. And then everybody be so like, what happened? Like, was it my job or no? It's the stuff we put in our body. Can I show you something? Look, I'm the first one in my family ever to be bald, to go thin out. My daddy, my uncles, my granddaddies on both sides, nobody's bald but me. Think about that for a minute. What with my Snicker bar loving ass. Think about that. My dad used to love ice cream, butter pecan ice cream. He used to love it. But that's back when they made ice cream out of real milk, real cream, real dairy products. Because he ate ice cream, man, like my daddy should have been dead before I was born, as much ice cream as he eat. No. These days, man, everything you eat, you buy it out of the store. And I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about my health journey because it helps me when I do that. When I talk about what I'm doing in my health journey, it does help me. It helps everybody. I'm gonna say this. Anything that you can buy in a wrapper, because I'm just going off what my wife always be telling me, because y'all know my wife, she's a health guru too. Anything that you can buy in a wrapper in the store that's been sitting there for months, it's going to do the exact same thing inside of your body. The inside of your body is not even built to break down the chemicals that keep those foods solid and preserved that way. It's not just sugar that's preserving those foods. It's chemicals that's used to, it's like petroleums and all kinds of toxic things. And it just go in your body and sit there. And here's the other thing. Those chemicals that you put in your body, they put it in that food to what? Preserve the food indefinitely. They put those chemicals in the food to preserve that so-called food indefinitely. If not indefinitely, for years. You could pull a Snicker bar out after 2 years and it's a little white, it's a little ashy, but it's edible. What food does that? You could take one of these fast food hamburgers and sit it on your front porch from now till next year, and it's gonna look just as delicious as it does now as it did last year. Think about what's in that made that preserve its its beauty. Is the same chemicals you put in your body. So as you eat real food and nutrients and you eating other garbage and crap, it's preserving all of that too. You keep getting fatter and fatter, you exercising, you walking, you running, you trying to eat better, but you got those chemicals. What do they call them now? Forever chemicals? You got those chemicals in your body now that's literally their only job, and the only reason they were created was to preserve. So now they're in your body and can't push through because they can't be absorbed through your body. So their only job is to float around your body preserving shit. Fats, oils, chemicals, toxins. They are literally doing that because some of this candy is fats, oils, poisons, and toxins. It's built to attract all of that stuff together to make a candy bar. And then when you turn around and something is really definitely ill with you, and you like how many people right now, show of hands, how many people either have themselves or somewhere in their family in this generation have some kind of illness that it don't run in your family? I don't care what it could be. It could be cancer, it could be anything. What does your generation or you yourself have inside your body that's unheard of in your family line? This thinning of the hair is unheard of in my family line. Unheard of. All my brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, grandfathers got this same grade of hair. We all gray early. Everything else is normal. But this. That's crazy, right? Because let's get this right. From the early 70s to the late 60s, we are the first generation where they started truly mass producing food and coming up with chemicals to feed us in place of real food. Because chemicals, they can make that all day long. It's hard to keep getting real food from real animals and real plants. That's costly. You ain't making no money doing that, right? So once they figured out we can make chemicals taste like food, that's what they've been doing since my generation. And my generation on down been eating chemicals. This is not food. Let me tell you this. If you go out in your garden and you put something out on the countertop and it start melting about 3 days later, an apple, it could be some peppers, just start getting like, man, you better eat me or throw me away. Eat me or throw me away, one or the other. If you get that out your garden and it start looking like that about day 3, day 5, you got real food you growing. But you can get that same food from the grocery store, same pepper, same apple. I'm going to tell you one. T-Nog done talked about it, and I showed it. I showed it once or twice, but I ain't show it all year. I finally throw that boy away. I said and showed T-Nog, the New Orleans gardener, I had a tomato. It was one of the most beautiful tomatoes I had ever seen in my entire life. I kid you not. It was about that big. Go back, I don't know what video it was, but it was this big. I was live, so you might not find it. It was the most perfect Attack of the Killer tomato looking tomato I've ever seen. I set that tomato on my countertop. That tomato sat there for almost a year looking perfect, firm, solid. Okay, now let's something start clicking in my head. Cause see, I kept forgetting to eat the tomato. I was buying tomatoes and growing tomatoes, and I was like, I can't grow none right now, so I'm gonna just buy one. But then when the growing season started, I'm harvesting tomatoes, and I'm keep looking back at that tomato on the counter like, I get the tomatoes I bring out of my garden and put them next to that tomato, they'll end up looking like that again, like, hey man, hey lad, let me tell you something. Man, something wrong with him. Cause man, he ain't melting, bruh. We've been sitting here for about a week. He still look the same. That's that same damn tomato that I had bought last year. Right? So I told T-Nog, I told the New Orleans gardener, we had a whole conversation about it. I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna send you over some pictures of this tomato I've been sitting on for about a year. When I tell you it was firm, it was tight, it was pretty, it had a little blush on it, it was almost like somebody that had too much plastic surgery. Were they always smiling? Like, look here. You about 87 years old, you know, good and well. You ain't, come on now. You know how like Joan Crawford was before she passed away. She was always smiling and stuff, you know. Burt Reynolds, they couldn't stop smiling. Like, man, you about 400 years old. Why is you still trying to look like Smokey and the Bandit? Man, now you look like you've been smoking the Bandit. Man, take that, man. Why you do that to your face, Burt Reynolds? Man, I love that you, man. Look like he been smoking the Bandit. Come on, bruh. Always smiling in the interview, even when he mad. That's what that tomato looked like. That tomato looked like it had a BBL. That tomato looked like it had a BBL. Whew. Oh my God. It wouldn't. It wouldn't budge. I couldn't listen. Lord is my witness. Lord as my witness. Y'all know I don't play like that. I cut into that tomato and that boy was so firm, the juice didn't even hardly come out the tomato. T-Nog said, Led. T-Nog said, Led, don't eat that. You know T-Dog and that smooth, sultry voice. She could be mad at you, whatever, but it don't come out like, I said don't eat that. That ain't how T-Dog sound. T-Dog sound like, Led, you know I love you. She said, baby, don't eat that. She said, you don't eat that, Led. I didn't eat it. I throw that sucker away. And it sat in the trash till trash day in the bottom of the can looking, smiling up at me like, man, when you gonna get me out of here? You be playing too much. That tomato was trash. It's probably at the doggone landfill, still smiling, pretty, firm, tight. That tomato was probably 300 years old. T-Nog, you know when you be talking to me, T-Nog be like, Led, don't do that. I love you. I know you a man. You make your own decisions. But I don't think Lady Led would like that either, baby. I'm going to tell you, don't eat that. Don't eat that. See, you know what? My dumb ass was like, look, because I have my dumb moments. I ain't brilliant. So I was like, you think so? I ain't going to eat it then. Trust me, I was going to eat that some bitch. Because I wanted to see what it tasted like. Don't put that in your mouth. Don't taste that. Don't eat that, Led. And I didn't. I threw it away. She said, we get off the phone. I want you to throw that away. Throw that away. Don't replant them seeds. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think that tomato, if I would have ate it, it would have replaced my brain. I would have had a big old tomato up here by morning. But yeah, see the real food. You lose weight eating the real food, man. All we can do is try. You know, all we can do is try. Somebody said Kenny Rogers too. And rest in peace all of them. Kenny Rogers too. Always grinning. Had that plastic surgery. Somebody put their foot in the back of his head and pulled his cheeks back. And stapled that boy. Chukup, chukup, chukup. Oh my God. You gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to hold 'em. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. And his mouth didn't even move. That boy mouth didn't even move no more. They had him in concert one time at the Country Music Award. You ought to know when to hold him. They're like, is he lip syncing like Milli Vanilli? Cause his head wobbling, but his words ain't coming out his mouth. That's because if you open that mouth, all of this, he would bust them staples out the back of his head. Shit. Oh, God. See, y'all do this to me. Y'all do this to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean this video to be this long. Let me get off here so I can finish this before this storm come and get me. If you're looking for elderberry cuttings, they are for sale right now. First come, first serve, and you know they're gonna go fast. First come, first serve, and you know they're gonna go fast. So please, if you're looking for elderberry cuttings, go to easilygrowngarden.com. I'll put it in the description box below, and I'll put it in the community post, and I will do a short video on them to let you know they are for sale right now. Okay? Everybody, be safe out there. It's crazy out there. Grow your own, eat your own. It ain't even no more words to it. Okay? So everybody, I'll see you later. All right? Live Farm 73. Happy Monday. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.